What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Adam, the Avid Taku, and today we are going to be doing something very exciting, at least for me personally. But anyways, hopefully this is going to be like an annual thing that I continue to do on the channel. But today we are going to be ranking every single anime that I watched in 2024. So it should be very exciting. I think I watched like 50 different anime, which is a lot. I was on the grind when it comes to watching anime this year, so yeah, it's gonna be exciting to go through all of these and to rank them. So yeah, and let me just preface before we start, this does not include any like separate seasons. So if I watched an entire show from beginning to the most recent season or whatever, then it's just going to be the entire show. If I watch just one season of the show, though, that will be its own, separate thing. So, for instance, I have Dr. Stone, New World Part 2. That's only one season, but I have watched Dr. Stone, so that's going to be its own separate thing. So, y'all will get it. But anyways, before we get into the video, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video. It's going to be a fun one. And if you haven't already, go subscribe and share this video with your fellow anime fans. And follow me on Instagram because I'm more active on there now. And I upload, just like I upload the YouTube shorts on this channel, I upload them as reels on Instagram. So if y'all go check out my Instagram, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. With that all being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Now this list just puts it in like total random order, so I don't really have anything organized here. But let's just try to go in order of how it, has it right now. So right now, first we're starting off with the MS-08, so Gundam MS-08 team, the Miller's Report movie. And while we're at it, we'll gather all the Gundam movies while we're at it. So, but for this specific one right here, I'm gonna put it in So I'm gonna put that first one in but I'm gonna actually just go and get all of the Gundam things and was set them out there. So first one, Miller's Report, definitely gonna stay in Only reason being is that it's just a recap of the original series, kind of, at least like I think the first half of the original series. So it's just because it's like doesn't really add any like information. It doesn't really add any new information except for like this character who's Detective Miller or whatever, and she's the one that's in charge of seeing over the main character who I forgot. I'm sorry, I'm just really bad with names. When you watch so much anime, you kind of forget names. But anyways, so yeah, it doesn't really add a whole lot of information, just more of a recap. So I'm just gonna say for that one. For the Gundam Requiem for Vengeance, I'm actually also gonna keep that in but I'm gonna keep it slightly above this. Alright, so here's the thing. With Gundam Requiem for Vengeance, the 3D animation in some parts look great. However, it's not the best story, but it's Gundam still, and I'm a fan of Gundam, so it's gonna be a little bit above that. For this, obviously, the original Mobile Suit Gundam is goats. It is goats. Anyone can fight me in the comments. It's goats. It's a goat. Like it's awesome. All 40 something odd episodes was just amazing. Didn't really see a pacing issue or anything like that. It's an older anime, yes, so you have to give it that, but when you get invested, it's awesome. I love how every character got to shine a little bit, so it's cool. Alright, so for the original series of 08 MS Team Gundam, I'm gonna put in I Love You because I truly did love this show. It's really cool. This is my second entry into the Universal Century timeline that I've been watching. So I watched Mobile Suit Gundam, and then I watched 08 MS Team. So I just really like the series. It's literally like Vietnam War, but Gundams, kind of. It's set in the jungle. But yeah, just really good series overall. So I'm gonna put it in I love you. Also, I probably should have prefaced the tiers, so let me just go ahead and do that really quick. We have GOATs. Obviously, it's just S tier pretty much. I love you, which is essentially just like A tier. So it's just like I love these shows. I like you, which is just a little bit below, like when you love something versus when you like something, there's a difference. All right, there's a difference. So that's like B tier. C tier, I get it. With these shows, I get it. Like I get it. I can get into it, but it's not like I am super into it. I like it, but I get it. And it's like it's like, like I'm not gonna say I regret watching it, but you know, eh. And then I'm not mad, just disappointed. If you see the list right now, there might only be one show that goes in there, so I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You know, had potential, but I'm just disappointed now after watching it. So, anyways, moving on. The movie I'm gonna put in I Get It, because it's literally it's just part one. There's three Gundam movies, the original Mobile Suit Gundam movies. First one I went and watched in theaters. I get it. I get why you might want to watch it in theaters, because it's just a theatrical experience. But I totally would recommend watching the original series. It makes so much more sense doing that. And also, I was forced to watch the subbed of Mobile Suit Gundam. And I don't care what the sub elitists or what the sub watchers want to say or whatever. I typically watch my anime in dub, and I know I'm gonna get roasted in the comments. But listen, all right, it's the industry that I want to go into. I'm for those of you who might not know, I'm an ADR engineer, so work with dubbed anime and stuff like that. So I just have appreciation for dub, English voice actors, and just that's the career that I'm in. So I watch my anime in dub so I can get familiar with all the ADR directors and voice actors and everything like that. So anyways, but say what you want, the dub for Mobile Suit Gundam is just like better on every front. The sub sounds like it's filmed in a washing machine. Like, it's not even funny. It literally sounds like they filmed it like facing into a sink. So it's not good, especially as an audio engineer. It just doesn't sound good, but it's just because it's old, and so I understand that. Now that doesn't harm the story at all. It just harms a little bit of the experience watching it in theaters. And then I go home and I continue watching the series. And the ocean dub for Mobile Suit Gundam is just really good. Like, for the time, the acting and everything like that, and the production overall is just really good. It was made in like 1999 or 2000, 2001. So it's really good. If you're a sub watcher and you want to watch your anime, you typically watch your anime in sub, try watching the ocean dub of Mobile Suit Gundam if you want to watch it. Trust me, if that's the only dub that you ever watch, you'll be happy with it. I promise. It does not change the experience of the show overall. So go ahead and watch it in dub. But anyways, and specifically the ocean dub, which is the dub that's on Crunchyroll and all that. So you won't have to worry about going out and searching for it. Anyways, Gundam The Origin. I put this one in I Love You. So I actually really enjoyed it. It takes more of the story from Char's perspective, and just shows like pretty much what happened like leading up to the 1 year war. So I just really enjoyed that backstory. It's like 6 episodes, I believe, and they're like an hour each, like 45 minutes to an hour each. So I really enjoyed it. If you're a Gundam fan, watch the original series and then watch Gundam The Origin directly afterwards. So I actually watched the Mobile Suit Gundam, then The Origin, then MS-08 Team. So there's tons of lists out there for anybody that's interested in like what watch order to watch the Universal Century in. So anyways, all right. Anyways, that is all for Gundam. Next on the list we have Howl's Moving Castle, and oh my gosh, this movie was great. I'm gonna put it in GOATs. It's not the best Ghibli movie that I've seen, and there will be the best Ghibli movie I've seen in here, so you'll see later. Well, actually, while we're at it, why not just grab all of the Ghibli movies? So Spirited Away, I watched as well, and Spirited Away is definitely better than Howl's Moving Castle, in my personal opinion. Now, this is all my opinion, so it's my tier list, all right? So don't come at me. This is just my opinion, okay? Everybody has their own opinion. Go watch my first video on my channel, and that'll tell you, and that'll give you everything I need to know, everything you need to know about, people and their anime takes and whatever. Yeah, Spirited Away, I just enjoyed more. I just felt more cozy, and just, I don't know. I liked it. I don't think I had any more Ghibli movies on here, actually. I might have only just watched 2. So, yeah. Anyways, those are just my 2 Ghibli movies. I watched Princess Mononoke as well. So, Howl's Moving Castle was my 3rd Ghibli movie. So, yeah. So, moving on to the next one, we have Nier Automata. and I put Nier Automata in I Like You. So I actually enjoyed the series, and I know season 2 came out, so I need to watch that. I just haven't gotten to it. Have so many on my list, my watch list, but I really liked it. It's I forget what I was watching before Nier Automata. I think I might have been watching Haiku, and then I watched Haiku, and then I went from Haiku to Nier Automata, and it was just like two totally different anime. But I really like Nier Automata. It's the fight scenes are cool, characters are cool. I like the relationship between 2B and 9S, I think is his name. But anyways, so looking forward to the second season. So I Like You, Nier Automata. Going on to the next one, Ninja Kamui. Ninja Kamui, whatever you want to call it. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Listen, first 3 episodes, and everybody can account for this. Anybody that watched Ninja Kamui can account to this. First 3 episodes were like awesome. I was like so stoked for the show. I was like, this guy's using like hand signs like Naruto. He's like got 4 arms or got 6 arms now, and he's jumping around using like smoke and fire, and it was just sick. And especially the first episode, that fight scene on the roof, like whew, it was good. And then it started getting a little weird, and I was like, okay, where are we going with this? And then all of a sudden, it's not ninjas fighting anymore. They decided to get these mech suits, and now they're fighting. And now I'm disappointed because it's the 3D animation looked dog water. And listen, I've seen really bad 3D animation. I've seen, like, I watched the first episode of Kingdom. First 2 episodes of Kingdom, and that 3D animation was pretty bad, and the English dub too. So, as a dub watcher, even Kingdom, I'm watching in sub. So, anyways, but yeah, I lost inspiration. There was one fight. So a lot of people I noticed that talk about Ninja Kamui were actually like, or Ninja Kamui. I'm just gonna call it Ninja Kamui. A lot of people like actually dipped out of the series, but for me, whenever I watch something, I just have to finish it, even if it's bad. There were some redeeming aspects a little bit, like the character Sai that was in it. I thought his design was super cool, and I was really looking forward to like seeing him fight the main guy, which I think was Joe Logan or something like that, or Logan. And they, Sai and Logan had a fist fight that wasn't 3D. Towards the end of the season, but even that was bad. Even the animation was really weird. Like the characters had really big heads at some point, and it just looked weird. And so, anyways, when it's all said and done, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed in you, Ninja Kamui. But anyways, moving on from that. So opposite of Ninja Kamui, we have Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was straight up like I love you. It was good. Like it was great. I really did like the anime. I love the anime because then I love you. Just the characters and the different powers, I guess if you want to call them that. The main guy, I think his name is David, right? His ability to like just kind of be really fast, kind of like teleport through time or something like that. I just thought it was really cool, and I liked the dynamic between David and the main girl. I forgot her name, but they were a cute couple, and I liked it. And then also the fights, like oh my gosh, like some of the fights, like and some of the way that some characters went out were just crazy. Like some went out fighting like just to the very end, and some just got killed off just like that. So it had all the good stuff that you want in something that's just a good anime, you know. So anyways, I'm gonna put it in I love you. Next up is Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, I believe it's called. But anyways, the Vampire Hunter movie, the second one, not the original one. I'm putting in I love you because I like this movie a lot. Oh man, I watched it late at night, and it was just the perfect kind of vibe for just watching it at night. I don't know. It's I think it was made in 2001 or just early 2000s, and the animation's good. Voice acting was good. English voice acting obviously was good, and yeah, it was just. And I liked I like D, the main vampire guy. He's got a really cool design. He kind of reminds me of like Alucard from Hellsing. Anyways, he rides a horse and it's really cool. And then some of the characters in there also had some really cool powers. Like, so yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend anybody that's like running out of movies to watch, anime wise, definitely check out Vampire Hunter D because it's really good. Next one up, we got Patlabor. So while we're on Patlabor, we're just gonna put everything that we have so far from Patlabor because I watched a lot from Patlabor, and by a lot I mean like 4 things from Patlabor. First thing I watched was the OVA series, and that I put in I Like You. It's just really good. It's kind of a prequel to the movies, from what I understand or from what I found out. So yeah, so we got that. And then the second one, it's an OVA. It's like 7 episodes, so it's a really nice watch if you want to just like get your dip your toes into Patlabor. Then I watched the first movie, and the first movie I put in I Love You because it was really cool. It was like, I don't know, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Gundam, and at this time I had already been watching Gundam a little bit. I took a pause when I was watching Gundam. I watched like the first 17 episodes. And then I took a break for like, I want to say almost a year or something like that. For whatever reason, I just got sidetracked or something like that. So I went and watched Patlabor, the first movie, and I was like, yeah, it's giving me Gundam vibes. But there's some cool stuff that was in there. So I definitely liked the first movie the best. And then the next one is the second movie. And the second movie was kind of like, I get it. It wasn't like following the main girl that's in it, so it was like two other main characters, and I don't know, I just didn't really like it as much as the movie, so it was kind of like a side story ish. And then the third movie I'm gonna leave an because it was weird. There was this scene, all right, or the whole big overarching thing was that there was this like sea monster or something, and then the sea monster just like gets up on land, and now it's like a mother for some reason, and it's crying out for its child or something like that. And then all of a sudden this really awkward scene where we get a shot of the monster having female organs, and it was just right in your face, and it was like, I didn't know that. I never wanted to see that ever. So so anyways, it was just weird, and then it was just like, I just didn't get it. But anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it an opposite of where we have next Cowboy Bebop. And I don't even have to explain much about Cowboy Bebop. It's going up in GOATs. Watch Cowboy Bebop. You will like it. It's episodic, which means that you can literally watch any random episode. And I wouldn't say that it's super episodic. If I'm getting that terminology right, essentially you watch any episode, and it's not like a part of. It's like every episode can be watched individually. You don't have to like watch. You can pick a random episode, and you wouldn't have needed to watch any of the previous episodes before that episode. So you don't really need context. You could just pick a random episode and you'll enjoy it. Although there are some episodes that are connected. So it's like an overarching storyline still with like little adventures every episode. Which is kind of like Samurai Champloo, which I'm watching right now. But Samurai Champloo is not on this list because I have not finished it yet. So I'm not going to rank something that I've finished. So yeah, Cowboy Bebop, for those of you who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's a GOAT. Speaking of GOATs, up next we have Noragami, and oh my gosh, yeah, that's going in GOATs as well. I watched season 1, season 2. After watching season 2, I'm like on the edge of my seat to see if they actually come out with a season 3 at some point. Everybody's like, oh, we haven't had season 3 or so long, so it's probably just gonna end like that. But I have hopes. I have hopes about Noragami. Some people say Noragami's mid. I don't disagree with why they might think that. However, I just really enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, enjoyment is like 90% of how you view an anime. So it could be I could have watched Ninja Kamui and just for whatever reason really, really enjoyed it. And it might be A tier. And that's valid for me to have that opinion. Because like literally, like I actually mentioned in my first video, it's all about enjoyment. If you enjoy an anime, and that's your prerogative. If you enjoy it, then good for you. Put it where you want it. Don't listen to people. So, anyways, but yeah, Noragami, I just really enjoyed it. I liked, the main three characters and then some of the side characters that they had going on with different, gods and stuff. So it was really cool. I really liked Yato, and Yato is just so cool. So, anyways, we have we're gonna have that in GOATs, and we're gonna be happy with that. So, all right. So coming up next here, we have some of Evangelion. So I'm gonna put all the NGE stuff out right now. Also, I realized, like, on one of my YouTube shorts or whatever, might have been one of the Instagram reels, somebody was like, I didn't know what you were talking about when you said NGE, and I don't know if I'm the only one. Obviously people call it NGE, but I just think it's easier to say than Evangelion, so that's what I'd call it. So I mean, Evangelion, we all know what we're talking about here. So I think that's it. If we come across it, anyways. So yeah, so I watched the original series first, obviously, and that is straight up GOAT. It's straight up GOAT. I just really liked it. I don't understand it, but I liked it. I didn't understand what I was watching, but I knew, but I liked it. Yeah, it's just the only thing that I think, which is why they made the Rebuild films, and or why they made the movies, and then why they made the Rebuild movies, is literally the last 2 episodes just being an acid trip. And I remember the second to last episode ending, and I was like, what did I just watch? And then I was like, hopefully the last episode isn't anything like that. And then the last episode was just like that. And and then everybody's just like, yay! And Shinji's just having like a crisis like in his brain. And he's like, what if I am who I'm not, who I want to be? And what if and it's just like, I felt like I was Shinji in that moment. So maybe there's something to that, Evangelion, we're going to leave it in GOAT. And everybody's going to agree with me, I'm sure. Next up, in the Evangelion timeline, I watched Death and Rebirth. So Death and Rebirth, I'm putting up in I Love You, because I actually really did like this. I just remember it was better than the last movie from what I remember. So next up was the end of Evangelion, and I put this in I Like You. So like I said before, I didn't like this one as good as I like Death and Rebirth, because the ending of the end of Evangelion is just like, I was like, this is how it ends? I'm like, I don't even know what happened. So it's like I didn't really understand the ending of the original series, and so when the end of Evangelion came, I literally thought that I would get some sort of resolution in these past 2 movies, and then when it ended, I was still confused. So, but it kind of helped that I knew that there was gonna be, the movies here. So yeah, moving on. That's just what I think about End of Evangelion. I liked it. So, anyways, then we move on to the Rebuild films, and the first one, I loved it. I really loved it. It's literally for the first half of the original series, pretty much, and it's just really good animation. Same thing with the second movie. I'm gonna rearrange the tiers, or rearrange the shows within the tiers to get them in order of how much I actually like them in each tier. So, but for now, we're just gonna be putting them up there. The third movie, I put it in I Like You. So there was some stuff that happened. If I remember correctly, there was like some. I believe this might have been the one where Shinji wakes up and then Asuka's against him or something. That might be the 4th movie. So hopefully, correct me if I'm wrong. But I just don't remember liking the 3rd one as much as the 1st and 2nd movie. And then the 4th movie, 3.0 plus 1.0, whatever you want to call it. I also put in I Like You. So I liked it. I liked the story of Evangelion overall. So I just, I liked how they ended the series. I liked how they, wrapped up everybody's stories, and how Shinji ended up in the end. So I thought it was good. So I liked it. moving on to the next, we have Cowboy Bebop, and I should have put this when I put Cowboy Bebop, but when I ranked it, I watched the Cowboy Bebop in the movie, and that is going in I Love You. I really liked it, especially the opening scene where they're at the gas station. I thought that was really funny, that whole scene. So yeah, I loved it. So anyways, not much to be said about that. Moving on, we got a heavy hitter here, Death Note. Yeah, Death Note's goats. I still, some people don't, they watch Death Note and they don't really think back on it as being like a goat or being like some super outstanding or anything. Other people like myself really like Death Note, and I'm one of those people, and I just look back on Death Note and I just like it even more every time I see like a YouTube short or Instagram post or Instagram reel about Death Note, like a highlight moment or some, anime edits, AMV, whatever you want to call it. Every time I see that, I'm just like reminded of how good Death Note is, and how much I enjoyed it. So not much to be said about Death Note. It's an icon of anime, early shonen. So yeah, take it like that, and yeah, I really enjoyed Death Note. So anyways, moving on, we got Kengan Ashura. So I watched all that's up to date now. I'm pretty sure they have a third season now. I haven't watched that one, but I watched season 1, and then I watched season 2 part 1, season 2 part 2, and then I also watched Baki versus Kengan Ashura. So Bakihama versus Kengan Ashura, which is the Netflix movie special. It was like 50 something minutes, and it's literally like a crossover between the two series. So for Kengan Ashura, I really enjoyed it. I just like, I'm a huge fan of Baki, and so watching Kengan Ashura was just, it was kind of like Baki but just 3D. Now, unlike the 3D animation in Ninja Kamui, the 3D animation in Kengan Ashura was actually really good. People might disagree with me on that, but I personally really liked it. So Kengan Ashura is going in I Love You. Baki versus Kengan Ashura, that's going in I Like You. There were some cool parts in it. The changing over of Oma and obviously everybody else from Kengan Ashura to like 2D animation was kind of interesting, but also the fights were super cool, and it was a lot closer. Whenever all the characters were fighting, it was a lot closer than I thought. I thought Baki characters were just going to obliterate everybody from Kengan Ashura, but I was surprised. The Kengan Ashura people held up a pretty good fight against the Baki characters, so yeah. Anyways, so that's all I have to say about that. Next one we have up, is Wind Waker, and oh my gosh. Okay, so Wind Waker's going up in goats. So I just really enjoyed this. Like, I've watched Tokyo Revengers prior to watching Windbreaker. Not immediately prior, but I had already watched Tokyo Revengers. So coming to Windbreaker, I didn't really know what to think about it. I was, just like, oh, let's see if this can live up to Tokyo Revengers, because I personally really liked it. And watching it, I can say now without a doubt I like Windbreaker more than Tokyo Revengers. Is it a hot take? Maybe not. A lot of people seem to agree with me, and so I'm just gonna say that. But the fight scenes were so cool. The main character, Sakura, he's just a beast. I love the different fighting styles that each character had, and the part in the season where they're literally just fighting each other 1v1. And I thought that was just so cool. And so I'm really looking forward to Windbreaker Season 2. It's going to be really awesome. I know it's going to be great. If it's anything like Season 1, it's going to be awesome. Alright, so next up we have 5 centimeters per second. And while we have that, let's go ahead and grab some of the other... so that's a Makoto Shinkai movie, and then I also watched another one of his movies, Weathering with You. So for both these movies, I put them in I Love You. And I might actually change my decision, because 5 centimeters per second, I probably would slightly put over Weathering with You, just slightly. I'm actually going to put 5 centimeters per second in Goats. Weathering with You was also really good, and I loved that movie. Just it felt so nice. It just felt so like it felt like sunshine, and no pun intended with the movie being about rain and sunshine. But anyways, so I'm just gonna put those two there, and yeah, the 5 centimeters per second was just awesome, and I want to watch it again now. Just thinking about it. See, this is what happens when I reminisce on series and movies that I enjoy. I just want to go back and watch them, but I have so many anime that I'm watching, and so I just don't have time. But anyways, so next up we have I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, and I'm putting that straight in I Love You. This is just sad. This just like grabs your heart, just gives it a good squeeze. It's so sad, but it's so good, and it tugs on your heartstrings, and it's romantical, and it's just everything about it. And so I really like this anime. It's funny because sometimes for people that don't know this, when you say, "Oh, I watched this anime called I Want to Eat Your Pancreas," and people are like looking at you weird, and they're like, "What are you talking about? That sounds weird. That sounds like a weird anime." But quick breakdown. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is like if you there's like this legend or whatever. If you have a body part that's passing away or something like that, and you eat that same body part, then it'll replenish back to your body or whatever. And so the main girl has pancreatic cancer, a severe cancer, and she wants to eat a pancreas so that she can live. Essentially, she doesn't actually eat the pancreas, but it's all metaphorical. Okay, all metaphorical. And so it's just about the guy and the girl. The girl really likes the guy, and the guy doesn't, I think, from what I remember, he doesn't really know a whole lot about what's going on until he knows. So anyways, it's such a good movie. Just watch it. I loved it. Anyways, moving on, we got Dr. Stone, New World, Part 2. This one I put in I Love You. I'm just a fan of Dr. Stone in general. It's one of those where it's just consistently, and everybody seems to agree with this, that it's just consistently good. No season, there are some seasons that are slightly better than others, but it's just like every single season it's just banger, banger, banger. So, and New World Part 2 is exactly how I felt with that. Every time I'm done watching a season of Dr. Stone, I just sit up in my chair or whatever, sit up in my seat, and I'm just like, this series is good, man. This is just a reminder of just like, I love consistent series that are just like, they're like A tier, they're not like S tier or anything, but just A tier, every single season. So that's why I thought of Dr. Stone, New World Part 2. Next up, we have Fog Hill of 5 Elements. That is going in Goats. A lot of you, probably most of you, don't know what Fog Hill of 5 Elements is. And to you, I have to say, go watch it. Okay? It is a Chinese anime, otherwise known as a donghua. And it's really good. I'm going to be making a YouTube short about it, or I might be making a YouTube video about it, because I have a lot to say about the series. But the animation is incredible. The fight scenes are probably something better than I've seen in most shonen. It's honestly rivals like JJK fight scenes, and I'm not like, the only JJK fight scene that I can think of that gives Fog Hill 5 Elements a run for its money is the Sukuna versus Maharaga fight. That fight's insane, but there are some fights in Fog Hill 5 Elements that are probably just as insane in terms of animation. So go watch it. It's literally like Avatar: Last Airbender meets like old historical shonen, battle shonen kind of. The main guy, Juan, is a fire element, and he's just stupid OP. Like, he's a firebender, just kind of like Zuko. I mean, like I said, just compared to Avatar: Last Airbender a little bit. And the world building is crazy in it too. It's really short though, so that's one warning, is that the first season has 3 episodes, second season has 4 episodes, and each episode is anywhere between like 30 minutes and like 42-ish minutes, from what I remember. And so just know that I really hope that they come out with season 3. I know the same studio that did it is working on another anime right now that looks crazy, like the 3D animation's crazy. Anyways, I just highly recommend watching this. I need more people to watch this show so that there's a more demand for it, therefore we get another season. So go check out Fog Hill 5 Elements, or The Fog Hill 5 Elements. If you have to, just search it up on Google. It's on YouTube, okay? It's on YouTube. You should be able to watch it all on YouTube, although I watched it a different way that I won't disclose. I'll just put up an emoji right here of how I watched it. But anyways, so it's really good. Please go watch it. I want more of this series. This series has actually it has a really big potential. So like I said, it's a Chinese anime, Donghua. So it's on Bilibili. That's who is the who released it. So if any of you who know Donghua, you know how that works. I'm really hoping though that it gets popular enough that they dub it, because I'm curious. It's obviously there's no dub exists right now, so you're watching a sub. But I'm just curious how it would turn out as a dub, and I'm also just curious more about the story, and I want to watch more. So anyways, go check out Fog Hill 5 Elements. Literally just search it up on Google, or just go on My Anime List, search it up, and just see what it's about. If you look up on YouTube, you can find it, and it's there to watch. And anyways, so just, yes, we need more Fog Hill 5 Elements. Up next, we have Heavenly Delusion. Heavenly Delusion, I'm putting in, I get it. It's funky. It's a little weird. So, yeah, I actually really enjoyed it, so I'm going to move it up to I liked it. Even though I think I gave it pretty sure I gave it like a 7 out of 10 on My Anime List. So, but I really liked it. Like, it's a new anime. It's got some really interesting ideas. I'm really looking forward to season 2. Like, I'm just, you know. But there were some things that happened that was just like weird. I was like, oh. For those of you who've watched, you know this scene where the guy is in a room with a girl and then things just accidentally happen and then it looks really bad and then it's awkward. It was funny, but it was also just kind of weird. But anyways, I liked it. So that's all I have to say about Heavenly Delusion. Also, the opening carried the anime. Every time that opening started, I just wanted to get up and start like, dancing or just moshing or just doing something. Because it was awesome, and I still listen to that opening today. It's a really good song. I think it's called Innocent Arrogance or something like that. Anyways, it's by Bish, so go check it out. Next up, we have Oshinoko. Oshinoko, I'm putting up at the top of I Love You because I haven't watched the second season. I have not watched the second season, okay? So preface this. And so, but I really loved it. It was something I didn't know that I would like as much as I did. And it's also something that it kind of surprised me about what it was about because I thought it was just going to be an idol anime, and I heard that it was really good, so I was just going to check it out, and it was just going to be me branching out into like the idol anime. It's obviously still just like an idol girl anime, but it's got a lot of other stuff going on. It's got Aqua's storyline and what he's trying to do, and then so it's really interesting, and I really liked it. So I actually loved it. It's in I Love You. So anyways, not much to say. I think it's pretty given that Oshinoko is just a really good anime. There's some people that say that second season hasn't lived up to the first season. I don't know that because I haven't seen second season. I need to watch it, but just from what I've seen and when I watched it, I really loved it. So, Sword of the Stranger. This is going straight up in goats. When I watched it, it literally became like top 3 anime movies of all time for me. And that's saying a lot because before that I watched Akira, and then I watched Princess Mononoke and stuff like that. So it was just really good. The soundtrack was amazing. I loved the way that it looked, and watching now the fact that I'm watching a Samurai Champloo now kind of gives me Samurai Champloo vibes. So yeah, the ending scene, like the final battle or whatever you want to call it, it was really nice, really nice. And after I was done with it, I put my hands down and I was like, I I was speechless. So it's one of those movies that I don't think enough people have seen. So Sword of the Stranger is just, it's goats in my opinion. So up next is the latest anime that I've seen, and I literally finished it up before Christmas. So and that is Tokyo Godfathers, and I'm putting it up in I Like You because I actually, as I was watching it, I was a little bit weirded out about certain characters and stuff that was going on. However, when it finished, just rethinking about the story, I'm like, I actually really liked it, and it was truly a Christmas movie, and at least it felt that way, and I'm glad I watched it for Christmas, or just at least, rearing up to Christmas. I think I watched it on like the 23rd or something like that. Not a whole lot of characters. It's really just like the 3 characters and then a couple side characters, and there was some wonkiness in there, but I don't think it was wonky in the sense that it was trying to push anything or anything like that. I think it was just wonky just because anime can be a little wonky sometimes, and that's something that you have to accept when watching certain anime, and so you just take it on the cheek, whatever you want to call it, and just enjoy it. And that's what I did, and I liked it. So Tokyo Godfather is going in I Like You. Next up, Haiku. So probably up until recently, I thought Haiku was like B tier, A tier. I was like, it was good, but it wasn't like anything super crazy good or anything like that. But looking back on it and more think about it, I'm putting Haiku in S tier. It's S tier. I can't describe it as anything else in my brain how I would rank it next to Blue Lock season 1, and I would still edge it above Blue Lock, but the actual games and stuff, Blue Lock totally demolishes Haiku in my opinion. There was parts in Haiku where it got a little bit repetitive, like, oh, he shot the ball, or he served it, and oh, they hit it and then they missed it, and it was like the same repeating motion, but it was realistic to how volleyball is, and so that's just how it is. And so but after all is said and done, just the characters and the humor, oh my gosh, the humor in Haiku, I feel like that's something that people don't talk enough about when they talk about Haiku. It's like the humor was just hilarious. Like, so many times I just burst out laughing, and I watched the English dub, and just the actors were just so funny, man. Some of the delivery of their lines in some parts were just fantastic, and so I still laugh to this day about some of the scenes. So yeah, and it was awesome. I honestly want to rewatch Haiku now, and I know the movie came out, and so I need to watch that whenever that comes out in dub. So yeah, Haiku, GOAT, period. Up next, we got 86. I know where I want to put this, which is gonna be the top of I Like You. A lot of people talk this show up a lot. Like, it's S tier, like, it's great. And I agree, it's really good, and I like it. But there are just so many other anime that well, you know what? I'm actually gonna change this. So I'll keep it in I Like You for now. I was about to put it in I Love You, but for now I'm just gonna keep it in I Like You. Top of I Like You. Like, I liked it. I actually really liked it. But with some of the other stuff, I just liked it more. So it's not anything against 86, and it's not, and I really liked it. It's not anything against 86 itself, but it's just I like more stuff, or I like stuff more than 86. And I don't think, some people say it's a mecha anime. I don't think it's entirely a mecha anime, even though it has like mech in it. It's more focused on I think the themes are more focused on the characters themselves, I would say, rather, and like the kind of political stuff as well about it. It's kind of, in a sense, you could relate it to Code Geass a little bit in that sense, because there's political stuff in Code Geass, but also it's a mecha anime as well, kind of. So, anyways, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't watched Code Geass yet. I need to watch it, so That's definitely high up on my list. So, but 86, we're gonna put it there, and a top. It's the top of I Like You. So don't roast me too much in the comments about that. Alrighty, up next we got Promare. I put Promare in I Love You because it was just spectacular. That is the word that I can give this show, right? So it's spectacular. Animation is crazy. This is a Trigger anime, if I remember correctly. I don't want to leave this page just in case it resets it, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It at least looks like a Trigger anime, right? It's like Cyberpunk a little bit. And that's actually what I thought, funny enough, because I came from Cyberpunk. Pretty sure Cyberpunk was my first Trigger anime, or Studio Trigger anime. And then I watched Promare and I was like, wait, but then it's different, obviously. Like, there's the animation style is totally different. It's a lot more cartoonish, I guess. But that's what I like about it. And it's just so cool, so sick, like the powers and it's just really good. So next up is a Mashal, and this is probably gonna be my hottest take of the entire video. Okay, Mashal. That's S tier, baby. That's S tier. Okay, I don't know what it is about Mashal. Okay, I do know a little bit about what it is, but let me break it down for you. Mashal just made me laugh in similar ways that Haiku made me laugh. So that's probably what I attribute it to. Also, just in terms of casting and all that, Mash is played by Alex Lee, who is probably one of my favorite English voice actors rather, for anime. He just did a fantastic job on this. Also, what the freak? Okay, hold on. Side note. What? I watched Solo Leveling. Why did it? Okay. Let me get Solo Leveling added into here. Also, I watched JJK Season 2. Alright, sorry for that sidetrack, guys. Sorry for this. I'm don't know how I forgot this or how I forgot that. I guess maybe whenever I was collecting these images, I just was like, oh, I'll come back, and then I totally forgot. So back on Mashal, what I was talking about is that Alex Lee also voices Sung Jin Woo, and so the fact that I saw him I literally saw him last as Sung Jin Woo, and then I see him as Mash, and Mash is just like, oh wow, guys, it's like, wow, and he's like very like monotone, and it's kind of funny hearing him play Mash, which is just like a totally different character than Sung Jin Woo. So I just really liked it. It's a GOAT in my opinion, and I'm really excited for next season. From what I hear, the manga is pretty good too. So, roast me all you want in the comments, but that's just my personal opinion. I really liked Mashal. So, anyways, next up, and while we're at it, I'm just gonna while we're at it in the GOATs tier, obviously putting Solo Leveling and JJK Season 2 in GOATs. It's a given, but Solo Leveling is just like astounding for me personally. And then Season 2, I'm so hyped for. I am so hyped for Season 2. And then JJK Season 2. Speaking of Season 2s, after I was done watching JJK Season 2, I literally what did I just watch? Right there, what I just experienced, that right there, JJK Season 2, that if I know anything is peak, I knew in that moment that was peak. It's peak anime, guys. JJK Season 2 is peak anime. So anyways, with that being said, on to the next anime in my list. We have Demon Slayer Season 4, which is the Hashira training arc. I put this in I Like You. I liked it. Now, most of it I was like, why is this, why am I seeing this? But it's still Demon Slayer. I'm a personal fan of Demon Slayer. So, even all the training and all that, it was still, the voice acting, the humor, all of that was still there. There just wasn't any major fight scenes. And then, at the end, with the Michael Jackson moonwalk, slow, epic moonwalk, not really a moonwalk, he wasn't going, Kibutsuji wasn't going backwards, but you know, he was epically with, you know, plus 3,000 aura, was walking towards the house, right? You know all the things, and then the explosion and all that. Just the animation was just like, whew, just like 11 out of 10. So I liked it. And then especially, oh my gosh, especially like the last episode, the ending when they get dropped into the Infinity Castle. And literally after that end, I just started pounding my knee and I was like, yes, 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 yes. And I was just like, and like these Infinity Castle movies are gonna be, I think it's multiple movies. I know the first one's coming out this year. Yeah, those movies are gonna be insane. Like I cannot wait to see what Ufotable does with the animation and everything, and just they are going. Every single actor, I'm telling you guys, I'm predicting it. Every single actor is going to bring, or at least for the dub, right? Because I only know the dub actors. Don't know much, you know. I don't know, you know, who's to say for the Japanese actors. I'm sure they will be as well, for sure. But just irregardless, Demon Slayer, the Infinity Castle movie, at least the first one, is going to go so hard. Like, we are going to watch, it's going to be another JJK Season 2 experience, right? It's going to be peak anime. I'm predicting it right now. If it doesn't, then I'm going to be crying many sad tears, but I'm predicting it. Infinity Castle is going to be peak anime. So moving forward from that, we're going to go to Wonderful Days, otherwise known as Sky Blue. I put this one in eh. It's going to stay in eh. The only reason being, I wouldn't put it in I get it because I don't really know a lot of people that have watched this anime. I just came across this movie. It's a donghua, by the way, so it's Korean anime movies, just like so niche, and I don't know why I decided to watch it. Not that I regret watching it. I think it was, you know, very cool to see something that's so out there. I'll say this, the 3D animation in this is like stupidly good for some reason. Like I don't understand how, but it's just really interesting. It's it literally looks like Hollywood level like 3D animation. Like the main character, he was in like this like speeder kind of thing, and it's like 3D and it's like a big wide area, and it's like what? And I feel like I was watching like Total Recall or something like that, like some crazy like live action CGI or something like that. And then it goes to the regular 2D animation. So that's another thing. It switches from 3D to 2D, which isn't unheard of, but it's a little bit eh. And then the other rest of the storyline kind of reminded me, it's like a cyberpunky kind of anime where it's like, you know, it's really high-tech technology, and kind of reminded me a little bit of Cowboy Bebop, looking back. Now, when I had watched Wonderful Days, I hadn't watched Cowboy Bebop, but after watching Cowboy Bebop, I can say that there is some similarities. So, don't remember a whole lot about the plot or anything, but that's just what I remember. So, next up on our list, or on my list rather, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's a goat. The goat! The goat! Insert that meme.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
But anyways, yeah, it's straight up like my favorites. It became one of my top 3 anime of all time. That, and then Death Note for certain, I can say. Whoops, that and then Death Note. Long story short, Full Metal Alchemist was a life-changing experience for me personally, and I'm so glad I watched it. And seriously, it's real close to my heart. I have tons of FMA stuff somewhere. Yeah, I mean, I have some artwork up there. So I liked FMAB, and it's a GOAT. Number 1 for this year. Definitely number 1 for this year. So next up, we have Guilty Crown. Guilty Crown. What can I say about Guilty Crown? Well, I can say, Guilty Crown, I love you. I don't know why I like this anime, to be honest. It's a little bit too much for me in some aspects in regards to the female characters. There's some shots that I just didn't ask for or didn't need. Could have done without. But the storyline just was, I don't know, it just felt good. And it's like a 7 out of 10. It has like 7 out of 10 stars or something on my anime list. But I just liked it. I don't know. it gave me the same feeling, I guess, kind of might be in the same realm as like SAO for me. And that's also a hot take. You know, everybody likes to dog on SAO, but I liked it. You know, some people might dog on Guilty Crown. I liked it. Or I loved it, rather. The opening as well in this just was awesome. It was like, yeah, it's just, anyways, it's good. So yeah, I'm definitely putting in I loved it, or I love you. I'm just a sucker for like very niche anime, and for donghua, and such is the case for this next one, Scissor 7. Scissor 7, like no joke, was number 3 for me. Scissor 7 is literally gives me those vibes of when, you know, back when we were all kids and we're watching Cartoon Network and we're watching the cartoons, right? And we just have like, it almost like Gravity Falls-esque, right? These are cartoons, but they are like good. Like you watch them as adults and you're like, okay, this is good. Like there was actual content here. It wasn't like SpongeBob or anything. Nothing against SpongeBob. It's just, there's actual like, you know, depth to it. And the world building and the progression of characters and just the fight scenes. The Chinese anime, like up today and just like in general, it's growing in popularity and they're getting better. And I sometimes, you know, sometimes they're doing it better than anime. The donghua are sometimes doing it better than anime. It's just, Scissor 7 is a wild ride. First season is just goofy, you know, kind of episodic stuff, and then second season just kind of goes from there, getting more in depth and more serious, and people's abilities, and we get introduced to new villains, and 10 episodes each. Each of the episodes are 15 minutes long. They have 4 seasons right now, and then the 5th season just came out, or it's still coming out. I watched it in dub. You know, obviously, I'm gonna keep reiterating it, but the dub was awesome. I think the acting or the voice acting in it was awesome. They have some pretty well-known people that did it. It's a Netflix anime, so they have some people, some notable actors that were in it. So I liked it. And fun fact: the voice actor for Winston from Overwatch plays the Prince of Stan in this, at least for like the first 3 seasons. I believe it's the 4th season where unfortunately he gets swapped out for a new voice actor. You don't really notice it too much, but I noticed it just because that's something I pay attention to. So they did kind of get new voice actors for the 4th season, which was kind of a bummer because I hate when they kind of do that, when they just kind of switch out voice actors, you know, during a show. So it's kind of like, eh. All that being said, Scissor 7 is a goat. Go watch Scissor 7. It's on Netflix. You will not regret it. Please. It's so fun. You just turn your brain off and watch it. Up next is Look Back. Look Back for me is a goat. Like, and this is a movie that came out recently. Like I think back in November, I believe. So Look Back is a movie that is by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Hopefully I'm getting his name right. Tatsuki Fujimoto, and it's just good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I watched it in theaters, and it's actually kind of on the shorter side when it comes to movies. I think it's like just over an hour or something, like an hour and 15 minutes, kind of, or maybe hour and 20, something like that. But it didn't feel like that. It felt longer than that. And I like the characters. It's just literally mainly just 2 characters. You know, the 2 girls. And it tugs at your heartstrings. It makes you feel all the happy feelings, and it's like so many people that have watched it. I love watching like reaction videos to this movie because it's like I get to enjoy it again with another person. That's, you know, I just like watching reaction videos maybe, but yeah, it's such a good. It just makes me smile, and then it makes me cry, and then it makes me smile again. But anyways, Look Back was great. It was definitely one of the best anime, in my opinion, that came out this year, in 2024. So definitely go check it out. Last but not least, we have Blue Lock episode Nagi. I finally got around to watching this because I rewatched Blue Lock this year. Also, all this does not include all the anime that I rewatched this year. I rewatched a handful of anime this year, and I don't typically do that, but I had tons of projects this year that I was doing, and so I wanted to have something on in the background that I'd already seen before, and I could just rewatch, casually in the background. And so stuff like Hell's Paradise, SAO, JJK, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood a little bit, Solo Leveling, all that stuff I just had on in the background, but this list does not include that. So yeah, not including all the series that I've rewatched. I've actually watched more anime than what's on this, so just goes to show I am a certified weeb, I guess. So I still call myself an anime fan, but I guess that's what weeb means, so whatever. Terminology doesn't matter. But last but not least, we have Blue Lock episode Nagi. Finally got around to watching it, and I'm putting it in I get it. So the only reason being is that it's essentially just a recap of season 1, but it's from the point of view of Nagi, and with added information. I'm going to give it that there is added information, and it was cool, not gonna lie. It was cool seeing Nagi's point of view of, like, seeing Isagi and all the other members, just seeing from their, seeing them from the outside. But it's just mostly a recap. I'm just gonna put it in I get it. I might get a little bit of a hate for that, but like I said, it's my tier list, so that's just how I feel. I'm going to rearrange everything within their tiers so that it makes sense. For instance, before I start, the best of the tier is going to be to the leftmost, and the least of the tier is going to be in the rightmost. So, and a lot of this stuff will be interchangeable. There might be some stuff that I literally just can't decide between like 4 different shows which one's better than the other, and I'm not that kind of guy, to be honest with you. I'm not. I know where I can generally put things, but when it comes to like, oh, is Cyberpunk Edge Runners better than Gundam The Origin, I'm gonna be like I both enjoyed them. So it's gonna be like, so I'm not that kind of guy that's really specific about like order and everything, but I'm gonna try my best to get it in the general vicinity of where they need to be in relation to their tier. So just give me 1 second.
12 seconds later.
All right, guys, so this is the Abitaku official 2024 recap tier list. Every anime that I've watched in 2024 tier lists. So this is pretty much where things landed. So I made some changes from my original list that I had. I made a general list, like a vague list right here. But I changed some things. Obviously added Solo Leveling and JJK Season 2 on there. I'm actually going to move JJK Season 2 probably above, actually, that's going to be in 3rd place. That's pretty much the only thing that needs to be done right there. But it's JJK, alright? It has the name brand advantage, alright? The name brand being the most popular name in anime right now, probably. Besides maybe One Piece. But anyways, y'all, that's pretty much gonna be it. What do y'all think about my takes? What do y'all think about my takes in this video? Hopefully they're not too egregious. I think I'm fair, right? Look, I only have I get it. That tier doesn't even that doesn't even mean I don't like them. That just means I get it. Like I get it. Like, so I get it. It's not that I don't get it. I get it. And then literally 5 things. If you want to call bad, then yeah, 5 things this year that I didn't really enjoy 100%. So Anyways, yeah, I thought this would be a fun little video, so hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I'll try to make this video not too long, even though I'm really bad at doing that because I like to yap. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. So anyways, y'all, before I go, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you would please, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. I'm gonna try to upload a little bit more consistently. I've been uploading like once a week or once every 2 weeks recently, and I'm just starting out. I'm just a measly small YouTuber just trying to make it around and get my name in there. So I've been working a lot on YouTube Shorts. So speaking of YouTube Shorts, go follow me on Instagram, and you can find the Instagram Reels that I post, and I'm on there almost every day. So if y'all are on there, you comment on them, I will be replying to y'all's comments. And I also post on my stories, so you can check out whatever I'm checking out on Instagram. So go follow me on Instagram as well. I'd greatly appreciate it. With that all being said, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. I will catch y'all in the next one. God bless, and see you later. Bye.